Welcome to Chaz's Cinema Corner, a spoiler-free look at the motion pictures. I'm talking talkies, I'm talking Tinseltown, and today I'm talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, the three things you want to hear from any movie review are as follows. Number one, yes, you do need to see some other pieces of media in order to make sense of this movie. Namely, if you've seen Spider-Man, No Way Home, and the last episode of WandaVision, or at least read a good descriptor and get the gist of it, you probably have seen it from enough Tumblr GIFs, then you'll be set for it. Number two, no, the dog doesn't die. Number three, yes, there is a mid-credit sequence, and yes, there is a scene after the credits, so after you watch everyone's name in the credits, and you should because they worked hard on it, you have some very delightful scenes that are absolutely worth staying for. Hopefully you've been able to avoid all the spoilers on social media. I have, and so when I saw the press screening of this, I was floored how cool so many of those surprises are. Whether they're cameos, whether they're twists, there is a lot going on here, and I will not reveal anything. Suffice to say, this is indeed a movie where Doctor Strange is going between different multiverses, and yes, there is a lot of madness. The entire film clocks in at just over 2 hours, and you would not feel that way while watching it. That's not to say that the movie itself feels long, but they cram so much into those 2 hours. It's almost like you've binge-watched several episodes of a show as opposed to watched a full movie. I know the term epic gets thrown around a lot, but as much as a 2-hour movie can be an epic, boy, they cover a lot of ground and a lot of fabulous effects. Director Sam Raimi, who did the Spider-Man movies that set so much of this whole Marvel movie craze into motion 20 years ago, is at the helm, but instead of hearkening back to a lot more of that style, we see a lot more of Sam Raimi's earlier works like Evil Dead and Army of Darkness on full display here. That in mind, yes, this is probably closest in tone to a horror movie that official MCU movie has been, but don't let that deter you. I know other times that Marvel has sort of drifted into that universe more recently with New Mutants and Morbius. It hasn't been exactly what you're looking for. I'm telling you this is, but the level of suspense is so very different. There's so many dark overtones, and even with a surrealist bent at certain moments to it, it's still a lot of fun. What also works so well here, too, is this feels worthy of being a second full Doctor Strange movie. We've seen him pop up in the Avengers movies and the most recent Spider-Man movie, and there has been, oh, it's another Doctor Strange movie, but this really feels like such an evolution of his character and of his relationships, namely with Rachel McAdams, that this does really feel like the next full chapter of the Doctor Strange lore. It adds such a deepness to so many of his other characters, but there's still so much genuine fun and humor that make the Marvel movies so great. It is a wonderful start to the summer. I recommend it. Another little thing I think is cool, too, is the idea that this movie, as the years go on, is going to have something to intercut in with future Marvel properties. And I mean, they're preparing for this a little more than usual. If you stay behind and really watch the credits like I did, you can see themes of future Marvel shows were included in the score. This could mean a whole lot of things. This could wind up meaning nothing, but it's a fun thing to look forward to, especially if you're really into music and film like I am. So make an appointment with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in cinemas May 6th. For Chaz's Cinema Corner, I'm Chaz Kangas. I love popcorn, and I love you.